there, I'm Andrew with KeyLink, and I have Tara here with me. So we're going to be walking through a horizontal cable takeoff scenario here. So Tara does a lot of takeoffs in a day. She has a lot of experience, and we just want to share her experience with you and give you comfortability with cable, horizontal cable. So she's going to walk us through this. So what's the first step, Tara, when you're filling this out, our horizontal cable takeoff form?
So for horizontal cable, we have two different profiles. We have American and Chesapeake. Chesapeake would be your deck board option, so you can have a drink rail. Next option would be your colors. So I'm just going to circle American for this job, because that is what the customer would want. Now we have standard colors, special order colors, and we also have coastal corrosion protected colors. So what those do is that will protect against any corrosion along any beach side location.
Yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go with matte black this time.
Matte black, okay.
Let's try that one.
So we are going to go right here. Okay, next option would be how high you want your railing. We have a 36 and 42 inch high railing option. We're going to pick 36 inch. Yep. We are going to leave the quantities for the railing sections here for right now. Once we get down to this point, we will come back and fill those out. We have two different versions of mounting your posts. So you can either do surface mount or fascia mount. Fascia mount would be on the outside edge. That gives you a little bit more deck space to work with. So we're just going to go with surface mount today. We also have porch posts that have cable fittings in as well. So if you have a deck that has an overhang, like a covered porch, you can use the porch posts instead of your standard 36 inch high railing section posts.
So let me ask you a question, Tara. So if we have an existing structure where there's some wood columns with a porch or covered area on the deck, what would we do in that application?
So we have external cable fittings for that. Those would tie right into those posts, and you can keep going with the rest of the posts as your standard posts that you would order. Right. You can tie it right in. So we also have ball caps, flat caps, and then we also have plastic point lighting caps that would be an option if you would like some light on your porch.
Yep, absolutely.
So we're just going to go with flat caps today. We have one piece horizontal cable trim, and we have two piece. Two piece seems to be the most popular.
Yep.
You can put it on after it's installed, so it makes ease of install a little bit better. So we're just going to click that. Okay, so now we come down to the actual deck. So we have this simple deck. It has a few different turns, and we'll figure out how that will incorporate the posts and brackets. So we're just going to start here, and we are going to put an end post.
Yep. And we abbreviate that. Looks like it lines up with the list there as well.
Absolutely.
Good.
So then our posts have the feature of being able to turn and go down the stairs. Whether that's at a different angle, kind of like a 45 or a corner post.
Yep. So here's a fitting of that actually. We pre-install that in the post, so that's already in the post. Back to our conversation of ease of install, speed of install, to what you were saying. So that cable actually slides inside the fitting and then slides down the stair section at the same time.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay, so we're going to come down here, and we are going to put a stair end post at the bottom. This will end that row of cable.
Yeah, then our end posts also have a fitting that's pre-installed, and all the mechanics are inside that post. The jaws are inside that post, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. The cable pushes in there and grabs hold of that, and it's spring-loaded, so when you push it in, it's like a finger trap. Grabs that cable, and again, that's already preloaded in the post for you, 11 fittings there. So
that's perfect.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to do another stair end post here. So you're actually starting your next row of cable. We are going to come up to a corner post again. Now we are going to go 3 foot and come to another corner post.
Yep.
So once you have your posts all mapped out, then you can go back and make sure that you have all the sections you need. So for this, we'll have a 6-footer that will be split. So we're going to just make a note of that. So technically you would need another set of brackets to complete this.
Yeah, so we include the brackets in the box kit,
Yes.
correct? In
Yeah.
the box
Yep,
section.
everything
Yep.
between the posts. So due to us having these angles on here, we won't be using the brackets that come in that box section. So we can actually repurpose those and use it for this
I love
split.
that. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So for these angles, there's a few ways you can do it. We have a few different options. We have swivel brackets and we have wedges. So I feel like it's a personal aesthetic choice sometimes. Other times it's a necessity, depending on the way that it's moving. And you want to follow the cable. So you don't want to have the cable stick out past the top rail.
Right.
So
the preference there would be a side-mounted horizontal swivel.
yes.
Would be ideal.
Yep.
Which we have. Yeah, and then we would just note. You would just note. We would know that if we get the drawing that we would
Absolutely.
add those brackets.
Yeah. So you would need it there and you would need it here. So we're just going to draw a line quick. Okay. So it looks like we have it all mapped out. Once we do that, we go back and we can fill out the top here.
Awesome.
So
Looks great, Tara.
Thank you.
Yep.
So we are going to go with the 3 1/4 post. So we do have a 2 1/2 inch post. We also have that available with the fascia mount. We have brackets to, help with that as well.
Yep.
So we are doing the 3 1/4 post. So we have that. Now the first post on this is the line post. You want to kind of just go down in order and then run your post kind of with your eyes the way that you had laid it out.
Yep.
This way you don't miss a post. So just kind of scanning, we have 1, 2 line posts.
Those we call LP, right? Looks
Yep,
like.
LP.
Yep.
So then we have line upgrade posts next. So going through that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
So those are LUP. Now corner posts. So we have 1, 2, 3. And that is a CP.
Yep.
End post. So 1 end post for this. We have stair line posts. Now stair line posts are actually drilled. There are no fittings in that.
Right. Looks like this job doesn't need stair line
Nope.
posts at this point because the stair sections are shorter.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So we're gonna leave that one empty and come down to the stair end posts. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so once you have that, we don't have our brackets on here, but it is nice to mention them on here.
Yeah.
So they come in a 2-pack, and it would just be for the top rail. So 1 2-pack would be for here and here, and 1 2-pack it would be from here and here. So we would need 2 swivel horizontal
Yep.
brackets. Okay, now you need to figure out how many rows of cable you need. We have, 100, 250, and 500 roll.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we have a lot of options.
So Tara, how many strands of cable do we have for the 36-inch high?
So you would want to calculate it out with 11 strands.
And how about the 42-inch?
13.
13.
Yeah. So do you have a calculator handy?
I do. I will pull that out.
Okay.
Let's go for it. So tell me what you got.
So we have 3 foot,
Yep.
6 foot,
Yep.
6 foot, 3 foot, 12 foot, 8 foot, 8 foot, 12 foot, and 6 foot.
Awesome. 64 feet total.
Okay, so we have 64 feet of cable times 11.
Times 11.
Yep. And what does that give us?
704 feet.
Okay.
So do we have a 704-foot roll of cable, Tara?
No, we do not,
Oh, man.
unfortunately. I think we're going to have to break that one up a little
Okay,
bit.
sounds good.
So you can put the 704 here. So for this one, we could do a 500-foot roll of cable, and then a 250 would be perfect. And that will give you a little bit extra that if you miscut something, you can still
Yeah.
run that and
Always
without
nice to
having to
have.
go back and get more.
Nice to have a little bit extra.
Yeah,
That's good.
absolutely.
So Tara,
Yeah.
so kind of curious question. How many cable quotes do you think you've done in your lifetime so far?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to say it's probably over 500.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you get into some complicated ones.
I do.
So
Yes.
I do want to challenge you a little bit. So if you have a stair and a landing, it looks like you drew out an example of a stair
Yeah.
landing and then a double stair coming off. So if you want to walk us through that a little bit, what you have drawn
Absolutely.
out here, that'd be great.
Yeah, so you want to go through the same steps as you did with the previous one. You want to lay out your posts, your sections, but the tricky part is at the bottom of those stairs onto that landing. So you will want to double post that.
Yep.
It helps keep the cable in line and going in the right direction.
Yep.
So when you come off of your corner posts here at the top,
Yep.
you want to come down to your stair end post and end this row of cable. So at the bottom, you're going to start on the left side of this deck with an end post to a stair end post, and then you're going to mirror that on the opposite side. When you get down to the very bottom, though, you're able to run your cable the whole way across that landing.
Yep.
So you'll have a stair end post, a line upgrade to a line upgrade, and to a stair end post. And this will help keep it uniform, everything's in line.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So that would all be one stretch there on that side, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And then as far as your coming down the first flight of stairs, where would you mount your post? Would that be
On the last step.
on the last step?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Yep.
Unless you're going to have a gap there.
Yep.
So depending on
Okay.
your layout, I have seen a few that'll have a little bit of a gap before it has like a small landing before the main landing.
Sure. Yep.
So at that point, you definitely want to close that gap.
Yep. No more than
so-
4 inches, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
To meet code. So we wanted to thank, on behalf of KeyLink, we do want to thank everyone for watching and for taking the time to look at this. And we wish you all the best on your projects and that you have great success. Pleasure working with you on this, Tara. Appreciate your time. And we want to thank you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We have our websites, our phone numbers. You can reach out to us. We are absolutely happy to help
Yeah,
support you in the
absolutely.
field to make
Yeah.
your job easier.
Any technical questions, please call in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Thanks.